illustrator in Wales, UK. So I'm in the Europe region. So if you want to shop with me and you live in France, Germany, Austria or the Netherlands, then please go ahead and click the description box in the description box below. The link to the shop is there. Anyway, that's the public announcements done. Let's get stamping. So we've got Tranquil Thoughts and Comfort and Hope. Somebody said that they would like to see me use this because this is retiring. You've got another month to purchase it. I'm talking to you in April, and this is going to be leaving us very soon. And this is a beautiful stamp set that's available in the January to June mini catalogue. So this is going to be available through June. But after that, this one's going as well. And then a few people have commented on older videos that use what I call a batik style, or and I have done them over the years, and they have always been super popular, and you guys seem to really, really like it. So I thought I'd come on and do that style. And I know also purple's popular too. So I'm going with all the popular choices tonight to choose something that hopefully you'll enjoy. So if you want to invite your friends, click that share button, invite your friends over to come and have a chat, and let's get the party started. So I'm just grabbing up my channel so I can see you guys talk to me. So if it's the first time on a live, please do say hello. Welcome, welcome. Tell us where you're from. Hello, Christine, Linda, Serene, Janine, Vicky, Wendy, Monica, Minda, Glenna. Oh, Vicky's pre-order's arriving today. Woohoo! Hi, Christine, Dee. Hi, Sheila, Joanna. Who else we got here? Paula. Hello. Excellent. Lovely to see you all. So welcome, welcome. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay down a little bit of texture. Then we're going to stamp some thicker, bolder stamps with the Versamark, and then going to put some clear embossing powder over the top of it. And then that's when all the fun starts happening. So all the fun is happening now as well. So hi Donna from TN. Hold on, that'll come to me. TN. No, it doesn't. Oh, you're going to have to tell me. What's TN stand for? Tennessee. Got there in the end. Is that right? Tennessee? You're still... Oh no, Cindy. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, so we've got Purple Posy here. I want to just add some extra sort of texture, so I don't want to go too bright just yet. So I'm going to use some smoky slate and maybe some Highland Heather on here, just to get some pattern down. And we're going to do that quite quickly. We don't have to overthink this one. So we're just going to get these in various spots. Try to keep these the right way up. Yes, I got TN correct. Awesome. Okay, so that's done pretty quick, pretty swiftish. So this is Highland Heather. I'm just adding some bits of this down. Oh, that's nice to see you, Joanna. That's quite a long work stint. Come and chill out with us. Hi Ellen, nice to see you. Are you getting ready for work? What do you do with retired sets? Oh, okay. Well, each demonstrator is different, but I gift some away, I sell some, but usually I try to be quite ruthless and get rid of, haha, ruthless, get rid of things that I don't need, because although I'd like to carry on using them, at the end of the day, if I demonstrate with something that can't be bought by a customer, it's very frustrating for them. So I try not to generally demonstrate with things that things. No haircut and apples. Ooh, ooh, new device, Ellen. Nice. Okay, so got some texture down. I'm wondering whether to just do a little bit of extra texture and oh, sweet sampler we've got here. I don't know whether to do that in the way of no, won't do that. Just want actual texture. Let's go for treasured moments. Hi Kathy, nice to see you. Oh, okay, Ellen. Yeah, I thought I answered Serene. Hi Melanie. Well, once a set has retired, you are allowed to sell it. If you're a demonstrator, you are allowed to sell on eBay or Facebook or wherever. If you're a demonstrator, you're not allowed to sell current product at all in those places. So yeah, as I said, I sometimes give them away or I sell them. So sometimes I give them to customers. Sometimes I sell them directly to customers, and then sometimes I sell them on Facebook or eBay. Yeah, if you're a demonstrator because you love the product and you want to make beautiful cards, then don't sell any. Keep them. Ooh, cup of jasmine tea. Nice, Cindy Nielsen. Is that to make way for the beer later? Both, Christine. eBay or Facebook. Yeah, just depends what you're more comfortable with, really. Okay, so before I start stamping with my Versamark, I've got my good old embossing buddy here. So these are not available via Stampin' Up at the moment, but you can purchase these through various other craft outlets. So it's called an embossing buddy. Some people have these like squidgy puffy things now. It's all sorts of things. But if you, failing that, if you haven't got something, a pair of old tights with some cornstarch is just as handy. Okay, so I'm just going to move some of these stamps now. I'm going to have this one, and do I want this one? And then one of the leaves, I think. Oh, let's just start with this one first, and then we'll go from there. See you later, Ellen. Have a productive day. So any stamps that are pretty solid, like this one, is kind of a good one for doing this technique with. And because I'm stamping with clear ink, I'm going to kind of just, in my mind, I'm keeping a rough idea of where I'm stamping this. So I'm going to create quite a uniform pattern so that I can remember what I've done and where I've been already. So I really enjoy stamping these whole sheets and then cutting them up to use for my cards. And so if you're quite new to my channel, you may not know that this is what I really like doing. And I do have a playlist, so if you want to check out my playlist, please do after this. So, oh, brilliant, Wendy. Good, good. Yeah, that tumbler is awesome. Okay, so it can get a bit tricky to remember where you stamped before. So if it does help, you can put the embossing powder over at this point. I'm going to try and, if I sort of tilt my head and look at an angle, I can just about see where I have stamped already. So I'm kind of bending down and looking at an angle, and I'm trying to alternate the direction I'm stamping the leaf. So. Oh, good, Ali. Good. Yeah, there's a tumbler that's available to demonstrators, Christine. So there's various merchandise that, it's called, it's in the supply list anyway, of things that are available. They've got like logos on and stuff. Okay, so I'm just having another look to see where I've put everything. Okay, so going to get some. Hi, Lynn. Oh, yes, I bet you do have quite a few if you've been doing it for 20 years. Wow. Okay, I'm going to get a piece of clean grid paper for this next step, because this can get a bit messy. Okay, so this is the clear embossing powder. Oh, got a bit of paper in there. All sorts of things in this clear embossing powder. It's not meant to be in there. Okay, so it's worth just having a look at it and checking that the powder got everywhere. Okay, and then, whoops, tapping. I don't know if I scratched it there. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to set that to a side and pop this all back, because we don't want this going everywhere. I'm just going to lift you up just for a sec. Hello, Mr. Shana. Lovely to see you. Okay, remember to put the lids on. bring that back on. So for those of you who've just joined, we're doing what I call the batik style stamping, where it's kind of basically the emboss resist technique. So it's where you stamp some images to start off with, and then you stamp with the Versamark with more bold images, and then we're going to do some more stamping and more like ink blending over the top. So wow, Lynn, that is quite a few. Okay, so you can see the powder starting to melt. So that's what's happening. It's powder that once it's heated, it melts. Hi, Janine. Oh, Melanie's cooking as well. Nice to see you, Melanie. Just realised I think I stamped that flower stamp upside down, so I might flip this round the other way. Oh no, actually no, I flipped the paper round, sorry. I stamped it the right way up, I just flipped the paper. Oh, hi Lorraine. Were you watching it? Yeah, did you open it up in WhatsApp or something? So this technique is one that a lot of people, when they first come across stamping, they absolutely fall in love with this. The idea of being able to emboss images. It's a very popular technique. So, oh, that sounds good, Christine. Okay, so it's worth just double checking, making sure everything has melted. Because this next stage is basically going to rub off anything that hasn't stuck. So give it a moment to cool down. Oh, that feels a bit powdery there, but I think that's just because some powder fell on it. Okay, right, so now this is when even more of the magic starts happening. We're going to start stamping over the top of this. So I wasn't brave enough to stamp any leaves, so I'm actually going to do that now. And maybe bring in some darker purple. Actually, no, I'm going to start with Highland Heather and then go from there. So I've still got Highland Heather here. I'm not quite brave enough to go straight in with the gorgeous grape. I'm just going to build the colour up slowly. Just going to take that stem off that bottom leaf. And I am going to use my flowers as kind of the starting point, as it were, for these leaves. To have my leaves come away from the flowers. So I'm looking for my flower clusters, and I'm then stamping and then doing second generation. So there's a flower cluster here, so I'm just going to have a leaf come away from there. Potato salad, ooh, yum. Oh, that sounds exciting, Christine. I'm just looking for the other. Other flowers. There's another one here. Oh, that's a good tip, Melanie. Yeah, some people use electronic lists. Do you list the images, like what the images are of, or do you list like sentiments and stuff like that as well? Oh, Melanie's your sister. Oh, got you. Okay, Lynn. So I probably did know that. I think Melanie probably did introduce you at some point, but I'd forgotten. Sorry about that. Oh. Okay, right. I'm just looking for where else to pop my leaves. I think that's fine there. What is Miracle Whip? I think I have heard it, people mention it before, but I've never figured out what it is. Oh, that's a great idea, Melanie. Hello, Amanda. Oh, it's basically mayonnaise. Ah, okay. I love mayonnaise. Good tip, Joanna. Ah, okay. Thanks to Shana. I was watching a YouTube video the other day about the history of the Oreo cookie and how it actually came about, because there was another brand that there were two brothers who owned two biscuit companies, and there was another brand. It became this massive competition between the two brothers. And actually Oreos usurped, they copied another brand but then usurped it. So that was fascinating. Oh, that's clever, Melanie. Yeah, I think depending what you grew up on, you get used to the one taste. Like my kids are really, like, they know, well, some of them, the ones that like mayonnaise, like if I buy a different brand, they know. They don't like it. They're used to the brand that they grew up on. Hello, Jane. Nice to see you. Okay, so at the moment, probably you're looking at this and you're thinking, where have all the flowers gone? But do not fear, they will appear. Haha, that rhymed. Managing to get things to rhyme today. Okay, that's great. So I'm thinking I may add another colour in here, like a blue, just to get the party started. Yes, I grew up on Hellman. Well, I think I grew up on Hellman's, but my kids certainly have grown up on Hellman's. I am a poet. I am. Right. Okay. So now I'm thinking I want to go in here now with some darker texture. So I'm going to use the stamps I did use earlier, but go in with a darker colour now. So I'm thinking a little bit of maybe some misty moonlight. Let's go in there with that and start getting everything to show up. So I'm deliberately stamping the misty moonlight near to the flowers. And yes, they are kind of going over the top of what I've done already, but that's okay. Thank you, Miss Linda. So if you missed earlier's video, please do check them out. They are, oh, I looked at the cards on my table when I came to do this and was like, you know when you're so proud of work you've done, you're like, oh, they're so pretty. So is Cool Whip like a little bit thinner than mayonnaise? Is it a bit more drippier? Like, oh, like we have salad cream. For those of you who've been in the UK, have you tasted salad cream? And it's tangy. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the basket weave. So I'm looking for gaps because there are a few gaps in this already. So let's go. Oh, who used to eat or does still eat in the UK? We have this thing called salad spread, which is like salad cream but mixed with loads of little tiny cut up vegetables that probably were cut up like 6 months ago and not really a vegetable anymore at all. But I used to have those in sandwiches. It's like a paste that you like rub on your bread. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, so I'm going in here now with my blending brush and I'm deliberately aiming for these flowers because I want these flowers to really show up now. So this is where you start to see everything kind of start appearing. And it's a case of just keep going, keep rubbing, get that colour in there. It's almost like you're rubbing it on and rubbing it off again because there's a point where when you put the ink on for the first time you can't kind of quite see through the flower and then suddenly it kind of comes through. That's funny, Wendy. Oh, that's funny, Anne. Okay, so this is when you're like really have a bit of a workout with the blending that you have to do. Oh, take care, Joanna. Lovely to see you. You off to Bedfordshire? So I will try and remember to link below the links to the other videos I've done with this technique, because if you enjoy this one, I'm sure you will enjoy the next one. Oh, it's magic, Amanda. Hi, Caroline. Basically, I use clear embossing powder, Amanda. So I stamped first, then stamped with quite what's the word? Solid images. So I used this for thoughts, and then stamped it with Versamark powder, and then put clear embossing powder over the top. Then stamped more imagery, and now I'm going over with a blending brush and pulling up the images basically. So I know it's magic. It's magic, you know. And you see where we stamped right at the beginning, you can see some of that, you can see some of those images through. Okay, so that's why I always do a layer of stamping before you do the clear. Okay, so I still want more imagery on here. This isn't finished by any means yet. So I'm going to get the Blackberry Bliss now. Go back over with this. Indeed, voila. Voila, you see. Okay. Yes, you do need to wipe over this afterwards as well, because it's still got a bit of the blue on it. But we'll come to that later. I've still got loads to go yet. Have you done this before, Sheila? Kind of aiming it for in between all the flowers. This one is from Treasured Medallion, Linda. Oh, you got... Oh, sorry to hear that, Sheila. Hi, Beth from Nashville. Yes, it is. It is very much like the Joseph Coat technique, but instead of going over it in black, I go over it with stamps. Yes, it's exactly the same. But because I'm a pattern and layers person, I would think that was a waste of time doing it just in black. Although I think it's very effective. From, you know, I'm not poo-pooing it. It's a very effective technique. Hi, Youngs. I've forgotten your name. Please remind me your name. I do know your name, but I have forgotten it. Thanks, Janine. How's your dinner? Yeah, talking to you, Janine. You're talking to me? Oh, it's Beth. Thank you. Or is Beth somebody else? I'm getting really confused. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for your continued support, my lovely. Okay, so I'm going in with a purple brush now, because you see there's some ink that's on top of the embossed areas, and I want to get that off quick actually, because I don't want it to dye it too much. So I'm trying to get it off and spread in, but this is a damp cloth, so it's quite handy to get in there. And I've spotted a section that I didn't melt the powder well enough, so okay, just gonna quickly go in there. Now this is very slightly damp, as I said, but it just helps just to get some of that. How did I stamp that all the way over there? How bizarre. Okay. Thai basil chicken and stir-fry Chinese broccoli. Are you sure you didn't just take away, Janine? Thank you, Vicky. I must have crossed my eyes, Linda, yes. Because there's one just sort of up there as well that's not really meant to be there, but never mind. Okay, I feel like I just need to put some extra bits of texture on here. So, maybe some little flowers, that's what I need. So with this now, I can be a little bit more specific. Now I've got a lot of the main imagery down. She's taking photos as proof. Yeah, Janine, you messaged me those photos, girl. Because you hide those. You hide those takeaway packets just in case I spot them in your kitchen. Fried chicken to go with the potato salad. I like the idea that you know your potato salad is like so amazing that you need to make the chicken to go with the potato salad. I love that. Okay, so I'm looking for areas that this is actually going to show up. There we go. Looking for little quiet areas. Yeah, like down here. So don't just haphazardly. When you get to this point, don't haphazardly stamp. You need to be a little bit more strategic and think, okay, where are the quiet spaces? Because this is a dark purple, but we already have dark purple down. So if I stamp this over existing pattern, it's not going to show up. So you need to look and be a little bit more strategic. because we want that little flower to pop, don't we? This, I'm using Blackberry Bliss at the moment, but the cardstock is Purple Posy. Oh, I didn't hold it down for long enough there. Oh, Lorraine. You know what? There probably is fabric out there like this already. Oh, I was so happy the other day. Something popped up on my, you know, these adverts pop up. And the clothes manufacturer in the UK called Jewels. And you know that top I have, that lovely navy blue top with all the flowers on that I have shown off to you guys once or twice. That company has started making fabric rolls for quilting. Oh my goodness, so gorgeous. Let me just see the photo of Janine sent me. Oh, okay. Let's see if let everyone be the judge of this. Has Janine bought this and then shoved it into the pan, you know, or has she made that from scratch? So is that cubed chicken and Thai basil? I don't think we can get Thai basil around here. I can get normal basil. I can't get Okay, Janine, we believe you. Hi, Jan. It's a bit, yeah. No, it's okay. I'm quite happy just to make my own DSP and you guys get inspiration so that you can go make your own DSP. Hopefully buy the stamps from me at the same time. So the new catalogue is going to be available from the beginning of May. So if anyone needs a paper catalogue, if they're not going to be sent one, if you don't have an existing demonstrator, then let me know. Ooh, I might be able to creep a little tiny one in here. Yes. Okay, right, back to, I need to get rid of all these purpley bits now. Again, so I'm just going to do a bit of rubbing. Get rid of some of these. Okay, I'm going to have to... Now I'm going to see if I've got... One of these is slightly damp, but not as wet as the other. So I'm just going to use that to clean up, because I was finding that it was actually smudging ink earlier. Yes, I think the advert for that Hobbycraft came up on my phone, and that's why I took a look at it. See, like, my phone knows, doesn't it, that I'm into crafting, so it's going to send me these tempting things. And I was like, oh, and my husband was like, what? And I explained to him, because he doesn't know about fabric. He was like, oh, do you want some for your birthday? I was like, no, it's fine. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until I've got the space to set up my sewing machine. And then also I want May to have some like sewing lessons as well with a friend of mine. So I'm going to wait. And I said, I'll wait for May to start sewing. She can make me something. No, they haven't, Christine. They've got their own artists and designers. It's a whole different, yeah. fish. Okay, so I think now, where's Miss Glenna? We just need to do some spottage. But I think we need some spots that are a little bit more, what's the word I want? Are going to show up more. Oh, hold on. We've got the spots in Comfort and Hope, don't we? And we've also got this that I haven't used yet. This. But no, I think there's enough on there now. So what I'm going to do is pop 2 on here. And I am going to now kind of avoid the flowers, not kind of, I'm going to try and stay away from there. Just zoom in a slight bit, like that. Okay, so, oh, actually I might do it in blue, because I've already done a bit of the Misty Moonlight, but I feel like I need to put some darker blue in there. So I'm going to grab the Night of Navy. Oh, now they're not showing up super duper well because they are. Okay, let's get you guys in a bit. So again, I'm kind of picking my spots to make sure that they show up, or picking my areas rather. So I'm looking for areas that, oops, sorry. I'm trying to zoom in so you guys can see, and then I'm not moving the paper in the right place. Oh, thank you, Dina. Welcome. You new? Sorry if I've said hello to you before and forgotten your name. Okay, let's just pull it out again. You've been on a few times. Oh, I'm sorry, Dina. I will try and remember. You're very welcome, anyway. I will list them, Janine. Yeah, I'll go through it all at the end. We have had quite a few, and I've tried to use a few that are retiring, just so that you guys are reminded of what's going. Okay, so the blobs are starting to show up a little bit more now, and I am very tempted to I think I'll just do it in one area and see if I like it, and then just see if can you guys see that? And then get the blue. Oh yeah, silver embossing would look lovely, but I am not getting the embossing powder out again. Actually, that looks quite nice. It's very faint in the background, but it's nice. Okay, let's just do that a few more times. It's a very faint line, but it's so pretty. I was a little bit upset that this stamp set's going, because I have loved using it so much. because this is a great cheat stamp for, you know, when you can't be bothered to get all the string out and do that fancy twirly whirling underneath the sentiment or something. You can just stamp with this. It's great. Okay, right. Let's stop there now. Yeah, so maybe when I'm actually making up the cards from this, I'll do some with silver dottage, some with something else. I did wonder whether to actually get my white ink out and do some splatters in white ink. That might be quite nice to do. So just a reminder, the colour underneath here is, ta-da, light purple posy. I want to stamp, but I can't. I've got to finish. Oh yes, Jan, you, well done, Jan. I'm impressed. Thank you, Jane. Okay. Yes, could do splatters with Wink. Yes. Actually, now the other day I did splatters with Wink and did I do white re-inker with? I think I did. What's this one? Whisper White. Wow, that's quite impressive, Jan. Okay, so let's get the old Winky Wink out. So we've got a couple of blobs of white re-inker. I'm going to squeeze some. Probably best to move that out the way while I'm doing that. I'll have to get another Wink out. Oh, no, it's coming. Oh, really, Jan? That's amazing. What, like loads of hair, or are you talking like little bits? Yes, the pearly paint is retiring. Yes, it is. Okay, everywhere it's going to be splattered in white now, but never mind. Here's a special one sheet wonder freckles. I'm preparing, yes. This is my special concoction, Glenna. Take care, Cindy. See you later. Okay, I'm just going to wait for that to kind of soak in because there are definite blobs on here and they need to, yeah, as I said, soak in. Oh well, it's gone in my water now, so I'm just going to dip this in my water just to loosen this up again. I did have a drink. it now has white speckles in it. Ooh, I might just do a bit of that to see what happens. Not on all of them, just those ones. Kind of makes it go milky. I think I still prefer having the darker contrast in the middle of the flowers personally, but there we go. Right, so let's tidy up. Let's clean these off. Clean my phone. It's had glue on this phone, it's had Wink of Stella. Right, I should be able to read your comments a bit better now. Yay. Right. Right, so let's go over the colours and the stamps. So we started off with fairly light-ish colours, just getting down some of that background colour. So I used Smoky Slate, which is barely noticeable now, but I know it's there somewhere. Highland Heather, and then we use the Versamark Ink. Okay, so this is a watermark stamp pad, as they call it, and this is a sticky ink, so you can stamp your images with Versamark. Then we threw over some clear embossing powder. This is actually quite an old one. So at the moment, when you go to the Stampin' Up website, it looks like they're retiring the embossing powders. It doesn't mean that Stampin' Up are not selling embossing powder. They're just reconfiguring it. So at the moment, you can purchase these singly. From next month, you will have to buy them in packs of 3. So the gold, silver and copper are together, and then the black, white and the clear are going to be together. So you'll have to buy all 3 together. So if there's a particular one that you use a lot of, like if you particularly like this technique, then go ahead and purchase the clear ones. Sorry, the clear powder. Okay, so then after we did that, we did the clear powder, we did the heat tool, then we started using the brushes just to add extra colour on so that the flowers would really pop up. So we used Misty Moonlight, and then we started stamping with the leaves with Blackberry Bliss, and then also just at the last minute we've done some Night of Navy and splattered some white re-inker with and some Wink of Stella and just splattered that all over. Right, now in terms of the stamp sets then, I'll go through those. We used Comfort and Hope quite a bit. We used this one and this one to get the background pattern down first. Then I used Tranquil Thoughts, used this flower here and this bud here to do the clear embossing. Then went in and did more leaves with Blackberry Bliss with these, I think, oh I can't remember which one it was now, one of those, and that one. Then stamped some Blackberry Bliss viney flower things, and then pulled in Treasured Medallion because this stamp here is just so beautiful. It's great for creating background textures and things. So there we go. Hi Karen, nice to see you. Great. Yeah, I think that is it. I think that's it. So the only thing that's left for me to do now is I'm kind of again still waiting for some of these droplets to soak in. Maybe, I know what, is it worth me putting the heat tool over it? I'll just put it on light and just perhaps try and dry up the areas that are not the clear, where the clear powder is. I don't really want to reheat that. I'm just going to try and dry up some of these areas. It might be better if I leave it overnight, to be honest, because the white craft ink can take a little bit of time. So, oh, thank you, Glenna. Oh, Glenna, I got your Easter card today. Thank you. It arrived this morning. So pretty. You can start another one while we wait. What's the time? Well, it took roughly an hour to do this. Now, I know it is quite, you know, labour intensive, but a design like this, I would say you're going to get a lot of cards out of it. You're not going to, you know, perhaps use this in one great big sheet. You're going to cut this up and use small elements of it. So, just going to bring back this actually. Just going to tidy up a little bit here and there. Now where am I? I was going to just grab my templates just to give you a rough idea of how this could look cut up. Just wonder where I put them. Okay, there's one. Sure where the other one is. Okay, so even this one, like, even if you use small sections, it's so pretty. You know, this is almost like a twinchy, not quite a twinchy, what is that? Oh, it is a twinchy, yeah. So a twinchy is a 2 by 2 square. So even just cutting those into small portions would look beautiful. So, oh yeah, Jan and Lorraine, I can so see you quilting with this. Definitely. Yeah. There is a way of getting this printed. You can take photographs of stuff and get it sent off and get it printed digitally. I think it costs, I don't know, I did look it up, like £20 a metre or something. So you can get this done. So yeah. Right, lovely to see you guys. Thank you for joining, and if you didn't catch the earlier video, I'm just going to give you a little teaser to make sure you go over and have a look. We made these earlier, so these were super fun to do. So do go and check that video out from earlier. And I don't know, might have a think about what I'm going to make with this. I did have a play with an interesting fold. Let's see if I find it. Where I put my play? It's like a step fold I was playing with over the weekend. Oh, I don't know where I put it now. Anyway, I'm always on the lookout for interesting sort of folds. So if anyone spots any and wouldn't mind messaging me if you spot one on Pinterest or somewhere like that, then that'd be great. Actually, I saw one the other day of if you fold a card and have it go, if you do a score across here, so this bit folds inwards, that's quite fun. And then you can decorate, and then when you open it up it has a flap and you can put flowers. Anyway, I'd love to have a go trying that. So thanks everybody. Thank you. Mother's Day cards. Oh yes, so it's Mother's Day's coming up in the States, isn't it? Have I got a download for my templates? No, I haven't, Nina. Although someone did, one of my downline did message me and say, Ruth, you should do templates and sell them. And I was like, oh, but you know, people can just, you know, do it themselves. And she was like, no, people will definitely want templates. I was like, oh, okay. The problem is with templates is that, sorry, not the problem, but yeah, no, part of the problem is that if I was to design it and then sell the template and for you to print it off, you'd have to make sure that I'd have to do 2 different ones for the American sizing and the British sizing. So I am planning, I think the best thing for me to do is to reshoot my template tutorial, and then I will perhaps draw some diagrams, and if you want to purchase the diagrams or something, then you can do that if you want to have a paper copy of how to do it. But because it really is so simple, you're literally dividing up whatever your, oh, I've lost my template now, whatever the measurements are in your region, you're basically dividing up your card or paper to that. Oh, where's it all gone? I just had it a minute ago. My template, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so for example, this one is a piece of your normal cardstock paper. I've just used the Stampin' Up tracing paper, but it's literally that folded in half and then folded into thirds and then marked. So it really is simple. But I appreciate that for some people they would like to have it in black and white. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you feel that you wouldn't mind spending, I don't know, a few dollars, a few pounds. I was thinking, I don't know, $5 or something, for just a paper explanation. That is all that I would give. I guess I could write out the measurements as well if you find that helpful. And then maybe I'd also accompany it with a video that was unlisted, that would be for only people who bought the template. So yes, I am thinking of doing that. Yes, page protectors or acetate or the vellum, you know, that works well. Yeah. So I've missed some of your comments. I have that on my Pinterest. What do you have on Pinterest, Jan? So I've just read that. Second Sunday in May for you, Mother's Day. Okay. You use your Ruth templates all the time. Oh, great. Australia's the same as England. Yes, okay. Okay. You're welcome, Anne. Yeah, fun fold cards, Jan. What is... Oh, for me to have a look at yours. Okay, Jan, I'll follow you on Pinterest. So I do have a Pinterest board if you're interested. And I have Artful Stampin Creations, which is the board where I pin everything that I make, either for my blog or YouTube, or, yeah, mainly blog or YouTube, or links directly to my Stampin' Up store. And I also have a board that's called Stampin' Up Stamp Sets, where I try and pin cards that I've, you know, seen that I like, and then put them in order of stamp set. So if you want to try and follow it via, you know, per stamp set, then follow that. So, oh, 70 years young, Jan. Awesome. Cool. Right, and then maybe at some point, once I'm up and running, I will teach. I'm happy to offer this as a Zoom class as well, because it is quite labour intensive. So I think we'll probably end up, normally in Zoom class we get sort of a couple of sheets done, but I think I'll offer this as a Zoom class where I think we'll literally just get one done unless we do 2 half sheets or something. So again, let me know if you'd be interested in this as a Zoom class. Now, obviously, you're more than welcome just to watch any of my videos and to have a go yourself. You don't need to attend a class. But for some people, they appreciate a small group, so it's never more than 6 people, and my attention to kind of give you pointers and to talk through the artistic process, and why did I place that there, and why am I choosing these colours, and what do you suggest now, Ruth, type thing, and hold up your work, and then for me to critique it, and then go backwards and forwards until you're happy with the piece. So oh, Monica would like this as a Zoom. Great, yeah, okay. So fabulous, yay, Zoom classes. Well, hopefully in the next month I'm going to get sorted. I'm looking at getting a new laptop as well, just to help things along and make it a bit easier on my family with technology, various devices and things. So right, lots of love to you all. Thank you so much for hanging about. Yes, Miss Glenna's. You have not done a Zoom class yet, Glenna, have you? Yeah, we'll get you in there and we'll have some fun together. Okay, guys, all the best. Thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you so much, everybody who super chatted. It's always awesome because it means that I've got a few pennies to then spend on getting new product. So I did order. Thank you, everyone who donated last month. I was able to do quite a nice little pre-order for the annual catalogue. I've got a couple, I think 2 or 3, definitely 3 stamp sets, and then maybe 2 bundles coming, which I hope to sort of share, just little teasers over the next few weeks, because I don't want to overwhelm you. But yeah, remember to check out those things that are going as well. Lots of love. Mwah. See you all soon. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Thank you.